Hi, I'm Joseph Anton Carter.
And Joseph, tell me about your experience at the Santa Barbara International Film Festival Film Studies Program.
Oh my gosh, what can I not say about it? No, it was honestly one of the most inspirational times that ever could have happened. I came into this film festival with being really drained of filmmaking. I felt like it's so laborious, it takes so much work, but hearing from these filmmakers all the passion and drive, doing things that are way more intense than I ever could have imagined, is such an inspiration. And I think that, you know, it's something that was important for all of us to really, you know, bridge the gap between, you know, small time to big, you know, seeing Emma Stone and now, you know, Casey Affleck tonight, you know, Ryan Gosling. In fact, on the first day, I got an autograph from the editor of Back to the Future.
How do you think that this will affect your future career and the choices you make?
I think it's going to push me. I think it's going to push me farther because I actually, night after night after night, saw all these terrific talents, seeing the clips that they were in and the beautiful pieces, because that's editing and that's something that I do. I'm a post-production specialist. You know, I cut all the time and it takes hours and hours and hours to make the film come alive. And seeing these films come alive in front of our eyes and then seeing the people that are a part of that talk about how important of an experience it is, and seeing these stories that are so important to tell is so awe-inspiring. Like it honestly just, it made it critical that this medium exists in my life, and I might not have gotten that anywhere else.
Would you recommend this to other film students?
I think that this is, I would not only recommend it, I would encourage it. I think that there was only apparently like 100 students that submitted. I think there should be 500 students. I think there should be 1,000 students, because I have never in my days imagined that I would meet in the very first day the editor of Titanic, the editor of Back to the Future, following that with a panel with the writers of every Oscar-nominated film of this year. How could you beat that? You can't get that in any other film festival.
No, that's Santa Barbara International Film Festival for you.
It's incredible, and I cannot wait to submit myself. It's brought a whole new youth to the film festival, and that's what we've heard from Roger himself, the director. He really thinks that our energy is something that, you know, is something that is totally unique and unlike any other film festival that I've been to.
Hi, I'm Nairi Holmes.
And tell me, Nairi, how did the Santa Barbara International Film Festival Film Studies Program help you experience? What was the experience like?
It was honestly an amazing experience. I felt like coming into the film festival that I kind of knew where I wanted to go and film, but being just a freshman in college, I felt this was really liberating to kind of understand that there's so many different avenues. The film industry is a humongous industry. There's so many different jobs, and so that was kind of the biggest experience for me.
And how do you think that this program will affect your future career?
Oh, I think it's going to have a tremendous effect. I met 30 other great young filmmakers. I met so many different other people who are currently in the industry making features, and so I feel like it kind of gave me a bunch of inspiration, but also connects to explore and just learn and grow in the industry.
Would you recommend it to other film students?
Oh yeah, I would definitely recommend the program to anyone who films, like a film student, or even anyone who wants to be involved in film or loves film. I think it's a great opportunity, and it's really, really fun.
Oh my God, it has been a blur the past 3 days. Like, we've been busy from like 8 a.m. to like midnight, but I wouldn't trade it for the world, because like we're honestly just like discovering like every single facet of the festival, from like writers panels to like the little after parties to the galas and the tributes and screenings and like everything in between. So it's really been like an interactive, like behind the scenes experience of like everything that goes into the film festival. And for a lot of us that like aren't from the Santa Barbara area, it's like complete culture shock, but like in the best possible way.
And what field do you want to go into? What part of filmmaking?
I mean, I thought I knew that coming into the weekend, but after talking to producers, screenwriters, editors, actors, directors, like, I feel like I'm like passionate about like everything now. Like, cause we were talking about that earlier. It's like after this like weekend, you just feel like so creatively invigorated, like in every single field. Like talking to the screenwriters, it's like maybe that's where my passion is, and then like talking to the directors, like, well, maybe I could do that. So, I mean, I'm studying film studies, but so I'm more on the history theory aspect, but I feel, like I said, I feel very creatively charged after this weekend and being around so many incredible people.
I'm Emily Allen.
And Emily, how has the Santa Barbara International Film Festival Film Studies Program, and what has the experience been like for you?
It's been a really good mix of like informative and fun. I really have enjoyed the opportunities to get to hear a lot of people that I really admire, hear about their process and how they got to where they are. It's encouraging to hear that there are multiple paths to where you want to go. So.
And what form of filmmaking are you interested in?
Acting and screenwriting. I want to pull like an Affleck Damon and write my way into acting. So Yeah.
And do you feel that this has been influential in your career?
Yes, definitely. We went to a writer's panel yesterday, and I felt like that was really good for me to hear the writers speak about their process and what they're doing, because that's what I want to go into. So it's been great.
Would you recommend it to other students?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
It's been inspiring, honestly, just to like see the talent, the people that come in, like the panels we went to, the writers panel, which I feel like are a lot of the unsung heroes or the producers, people that back the movies that you see. That you think of like, oh, the celebrities like Ryan or Emma, but you only think about the people that are kind of back scenes that are getting the show going. And I just, as a writer, or aspiring writer and director, going to those panels and like getting their questions and realizing that they don't have it all together always. And it takes them like years. Like Matt Nichols said, it took him 2 years to get 20th Century off the ground. It's like, okay, I can do this. There's hope for me yet. So it's just like a reinvigorating of like a reigniting of the fire.
Would you recommend this to other
Oh,
people?
definitely. I will be telling all my friends. It's been amazing. Like, I just can't thank you enough. It's been a huge blessing, and just to like bring us out here and all that you've done for us. It's incredible. I feel extremely blessed.
Oh, it's amazing. It's so humanizing because everyone, on the other side of the coast, like think of California as this big Hollywood place and everyone's a god and goddess and like they're all sparkling all the time. And you come here and you talk to them one-on-one and you ask them all these personal questions and they're giving you personal stories that you don't hear, in the news and other like media outlets. And it just humanizes everything and actually makes us feel like we have a chance. Like we're all artists, we're all making the same mistakes. And yeah, it's really great.
And how do you think this experience will affect your career?
Oh, I've had so much inspiration while I'm here. I've already written 2 scripts just being here and being around everyone. And so, yeah, I really think I'm going to take off. I've made a lot of connections. I've met a lot of people, gotten a lot of information, plus all the tips and tricks that everyone is like giving us.
So would you recommend this to other film students?
Oh, I think every film student, and even if you're not in film, if you're in PR, if you're in any other type of media outlet like that, to try to attend this because it will be mind-opening to you.
It's been great. It's been surreal seeing like all the tributes and all the directors and writers, and it's really humbling to see all these people that seem so unreachable just talking to us and saying you can do it. And I started just like you, and it's really inspirational, even though Roger hates that word.
And what part of the industry are you interested in?
I want to direct and write and maybe produce.
And how do you think this program has influenced your career?
It's really made me see more of the Hollywood side instead of independent, and it's really given me a lot more hope and drive to just keep going and do my own thing and just maybe make it like Damien of La La Land.
Would you recommend this to other aspiring filmmakers?
Oh yeah, I would say apply to any festival, but this one's been amazing and it's a great opportunity for anybody.
I'm having a lot of fun. I'm learning a lot, and I've just been able to meet so many fantastic people who work in California as writers and editors and directors, and so many great people and talented people.
Where are you from?
Richmond, Virginia.
Richmond, Virginia.
Yeah.
So how do you think this experience will influence your future career?
I think it'll definitely, how do I say this? I think it'll definitely, it's taught me a lot about what to expect if I ever move here to California and decide to work in the film industry, and I kind of know what to expect, and just getting to know every single job in the film industry too.
Do you feel it's inspired you?
Yes, it's very inspirational.
My name is Eden Palmer.
And tell me about your experience at the Film Studies program with the Santa Barbara International Film Festival.
It's just been 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. chock full of everything imaginable, which is perfect. I mean, you want to get every second, you want something new, and it's from panels to screenings to just being able to watch the tributes, which is dream come true in every scenario. So yeah, it's just been wonderful.
Do you feel like you've learned a lot?
Absolutely. I feel being able to talk to these people, it's you realize the struggles that they went through, and that they're just people that worked very hard and were passionate, and it kind of inspires you to realize it's not impossible. I can just work really hard and be very passionate, and perhaps one day I'll be able to make great things like them. So.
And what part of the industry are you interested in?
Mostly screenwriting and directing. I think that would be absolutely wonderful, especially there's not a lot of female directors out there, and I just want to be able to tell stories that I feel don't always get to shine on screen. I mean, this year has been absolutely wonderful, full of people of color and more women bringing great performances and stuff like that. But I just kind of want to push that and try to tell newer, different stories and stuff like that.
So do you feel this experience will influence your career?
Absolutely, it's a big driving factor, like kind of an extra push to make you realize, just make stuff work. And I've learned so much about how it seems like they've always been successful, these people, and of course they haven't. There have been moments where they fell and they picked themselves back up, and so it's like I take that to heart. Yeah.
Oh, it's been amazing. This has honestly been one of the highlights of my life. I've been able to meet so many great industry professionals, and I got to meet like Damien Chazelle and ask him questions, and I'm still like kind of fangirling over that. And like just seeing people in the industry, even just the indie filmmakers, and seeing how passionate they are is just amazing.
And how do you think this experience will affect your career?
Honestly, right now I'm so motivated to just get to work on some of my own projects. I've been so inspired, and I don't know, I'm ready to like get my work out here, so hopefully one day I can be here showing my own work.